Welcome viewers to the Saturday, August 26th edition of 284 News. I am Jacka Wooding, bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. The World Athletics Championships silver medalist Kyron McMaster shared his recent track achievement in Budapest as one he has been chasing for more than half a decade. McMaster's comments came in an interview after his impressive second-place finish on Wednesday in the final of the men's 400-meter hurdles.
It feels amazing. This is my fourth world medal. I've been chasing this since 2017. So, it's a relief that after 7 years, I got my medal. Don't give up. Let's keep going.
McMaster said he has been using a new approach this year for all of his races, placing his concentration solely on his performance and not that of his competitors.
Well, this year we did something different. I started focusing on the field, started focusing on what everybody did. I actually didn't know I came second until I passed the finish line. My objective was focus on executing my race and come through the line. After I came through the line, I look up at the scoreboard, so I walk home, I was okay. And then I saw my name, I was like, holy shit, I got the silver. Atta boy.
That's fantastic. Did you change something in your race?
Nah.
The number of steps? Just the focus?
Yeah, everything was the same. The focus was there. Just kept focused, man. Just kept on executing my race. I didn't study the field, I studied my race.
The two-time Commonwealth Games champion also spoke about the recurrence of being selected to run out of lane 8, a custom he said he has grown to embrace.
Crazy with the Lord been setting me up for this here, because all season I've been getting lane 8. My races, and I was like, why? What the hell I getting lane 8? So I'm pretty acquainted with it. I made love to it, and it made love to me back. So today we spawned a silver medal.
In other news, the recently concluded 69th Virgin Islands Emancipation Festival has been dubbed one of the best in recent history by Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, who delivered an address on the event this week.
I take this opportunity to congratulate the Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee on a successful emancipation celebrations. One of the best managed festivals in my time, certainly that I can remember, extremely successful.
According to the Premier, the Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee, under the leadership of appointed Chairman Dirk Walters and Deputy Chairman Birchfield Letsom, completely exceeded expectations for this year's event.
When I appointed the Chairman, Dirk Walters, and Deputy Chairman Birchfield Letsom, along with all the other members, I gave them 3 main objectives. One was a responsibly managed festival from the standpoint of finances, financially. 2 was given a platform to our Virgin Islands artists to be able to display their talents. And 3 was to ensure that we celebrated our emancipation, our heritage, and our culture. And I would say they have exceeded expectations on all 3 objectives.
Premier Wheatley further lauded the committee, highlighting its exceptional and responsible spending this year.
We know that the festival that we do here in the Virgin Islands with all its activities cost us just about $1 million. And I'm very pleased, and they have been able to pull off a festival for over $1 million, for $1 million from government, and we have been able to pay the majority of our bills, and I think we're just tying up some loose ends right now. And in recent memory, I don't remember being able to go through a festival and saying that we're paying all of our bills, and that goes back years and years based on my research. I don't remember a time when we've been able to have a festival and we can say that we've accomplished our objectives and we have money which is left over. That is a tremendous accomplishment. Normally, in the past, we've had to do huge supplementary appropriations in the House of Assembly following festivals. So I'm extremely pleased at that result.
He also shone a light on the committee's work to ensure that the culture of the Virgin Islands took center stage throughout the festivities.
As it pertains to celebrating our emancipation, our heritage, and our culture, I would say that this was one of the most and best supported festivals that I can remember. The village was packed to capacity, and most of the events were extremely successful. We had events that, of course, celebrated our culture of music, our culture of food, our culture of dance, along with other aspects of our culture. We were able to have events with a focus on emancipation, like our emancipation service on August Sunday. We were able to have our church services with a real focus on our emancipation. And we had, of course, cultural events on the east and on the west, along with our food fair.
And viewers, with that, we take you to a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
So tonight, I am an international musician and also a bandman. Let's go behind the scenes. This is how I live my life. Unlimited with CCT.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
That's out. That's 6. That's out.
With great service and fast claims response, we're like a home match that isn't played at your actual home. CG Insurance. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. BVI lender Demoy Hodge says the love shown from residents across the territory following his historic signing to the Los Angeles Lakers NBA team has aided in his realization of how big of a deal his recent achievement is and what it means to the territory. We caught up with Demoy during his recent visit to the territory and asked the basketball rising star if the significance of his recent signing had sunk in.
I mean, haven't really kicked in yet. I mean, I feel like when I actually get there for training camp, all the players there, we all there working out and doing stuff, but I feel like it's sinking in. But I mean, it's definitely a surreal moment to be here be home and seeing the love I get because of that. And it just means a lot to the community. It means a lot to me, my family, my friends. So it definitely ain't sink in yet, but I mean, it definitely sinking here. In America, it haven't sunk in, but in the BVI, you have because they're giving me so much. And it's not like handouts or anything, but it's just the love they show me since I got back. It means a lot to me. I mean, having little kids running to me like, yo, I want an autograph, I want a picture. Because they just see me and they just know like, oh, he's up there, I want to be like him one day. And that's my motivation. The little kids looking up to me and want to be like me. That keep me going every day because I got to be great for them. Because I can't be somebody that they can't look up to and be like, you know what I'm saying? So it just means a lot for me to work every day to be the best I can be for them so they could be the best they can be.
Demoy also spoke about the feedback he received from residents and how surprised he was to learn that so many people tuned in to watch his summer league games.
I think my last summer league game was one of my best games. And when I came back, that's all I heard about. Hey, we was up all night watching a summer league game, boy. We like 7 trees. We like give more the ball or stuff like that. It does motivate me that y'all sit up at 1, 2 in the morning because it's 3 hours, y'all 3 hours ahead to show that y'all want to support me from a distance. So when I came back and I heard of all the feedback from the game, everybody telling me like certain little moves I did, it's like, oh, y'all really tuned in because you can't. It's not about making shots. You got the highlight tape, but they're telling me like little stuff that happened during the game is like, oh, y'all really tuned in. So I really appreciate the BVI who is 3 hours ahead actually working and just supporting me from a distance. I mean, I hope the Lakers understand that we have a whole country behind us and behind me and them, and they have a whole other fan base because they all want to see us be great and they all want to support us. So I appreciate y'all for that.
As it relates to his expectations following his signing to the Lakers, Hart said the love shown from within the franchise has so far been one of the main things to exceed his expectations.
I mean, the love. I mean, they embraced me open arms from day one. From I got there, it was love and they embraced me. So that's the most important thing right there. They love me as who I am, love me more than a basketball player. So I feel like that's the biggest thing with me. They just embracing me from day one and opening their arms up to me and just welcoming me. So that's all I got to say with that. I mean, I love my teammates. I love the players I play with Summer League. They embrace me and they give me a good knowledge of what to expect when I get to the big leagues. As a rookie, you gotta adapt fast, you know what I'm saying? And they help me along the way of going to the Summer League and let me know that these are the ropes, this is the guideline. They just let me go out there and you know what I'm saying? They embraced me and showed me a pathway to make it easier for me, and I truly appreciate them for that.
The full interview is available on Twit4Media's Facebook page and website. In other news, the contestants of the Miss BVI Universe pageant visited our studios last week, just days before they took stage. At the time, they sat with me and put their best foot forward to answer a series of questions, many of which were a test of wit, knowledge, and how tuned in the contestants were with global issues, an area which is often highlighted in the Miss Universe competition. Here's what they had to say when asked to highlight issues in need of dire attention. Now, what would you say, of course, as a young woman yourself, what are some of the challenges that you see facing yourself or you see facing other young women in the territory, and in what ways would you like to see those addressed?
I would say peer pressure, especially in the high schools. I feel that young women and men are being pressured to fit into a certain group, especially if they're entering a school where they aren't aware of people or have friendships, and they tend to do things that they think is right just to feel more inclusive or more involved, and it leads to them feeling a source of low self-esteem or no confidence. And I feel that we should create a safe space for those people to feel as if they're capable of achieving a lot, because I personally face stuff like that, and I must say that I got out by just leaving and being appreciated for who I am, and realizing that there are many people in the world that can accept me for who I am. So I would say creating a safe place for these teens to feel more confident or more safe to accept who they are and be able to do things like what I'm doing right now.
So I guess this would tie into my platform, which is mental health. I think that not only young women, but young men and even older people, we all experience mental health issues. I think especially for younger women, growing up with the world of social media, it can be really easy to doubt yourself and to judge others, which creates this vicious cycle. So I think that is probably one of the biggest issues that we see and we face, but there's lots of solutions to fix that.
There's a lot of issues globally, regionally, and even locally. And so for me, I would use or utilize my platform to bring awareness in two aspects mainly, which would be environmental, in terms of the climate change and the effects it has on the BVI and internationally, along with mental health. So it's kind of two completely different aspects, but I think they're both so important in carrying on just living for the generations to come, because this is our planet and we have to take care of it for future generations. And in the same vein, we have to take care of ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally for the future generations as well. So if I were to win this crown, those are the platforms that those are the aspects that I will utilize the platform for.
The Miss Universe pageant often emphasizes intellect and awareness of global issues. So any global issue that you're currently aware of, just share your views on that issue and what you would like to see done in that end.
Global issue. I would say one global issue is unemployment rate. As I said, from the onset of COVID, unemployment rate has risen to the point where crime rate has actually intersected. And it's at a point where people are being affected, both adults and kids. So my thoughts on the issue would be to put measures in place to decrease the unemployment rate, create a constant economic growth or provide employment opportunities, where adults will be able to provide for their children, even if it's working class or high class. And that would also play a role in them having more involvement with their kids. So that's my view on the global issue.
A huge global issue that I would like to have solutions for would be the climate crisis. Without our environment, we have nothing. So the way that I would go about that would be to continue spreading awareness, to implement strict rules and regulations that every industry has to abide to, so that we are all actively making efforts, so that we're all aware of what's going on and how we can help and bring us all together as a community.
I think one of the biggest issues that we as a human race face is climate change and the climate crisis. If we just look at the recent disasters that happened in Hawaii, I think the global warming has contributed to such a crisis. And for me, I would like to see such a issue tackled by the way we choose to live, because there are other avenues to generate electricity to survive in this world, such as alternative energy. I think that needs to be one of the number one aspects internationally, because fossil fuel is one of the biggest contributors to global warming. And so I think aspects of alternative energy, countries and governments investing in that aspect can make a big change, because we've seen it, when the world was shut down for COVID, the skies were a lot bluer, everything was a lot greener.
The animals were reproducing.
Right, so I think that is one of the aspects that I think we definitely need to look into, because it will help the environment in the long run.
Following her crowning moment on Sunday, Miss Universe BVI 2023 visited our studios for an interview. Here's what she had to say on her feelings about taking the title.
It's exciting. I took a little time to process my emotions yesterday. And to be honest, I'm still very amazed at what happened on Sunday. I am very excited for what is to come. But I just needed to take a moment to, marvel in the accomplishment instead of just thinking, okay, what's next? And I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of the girls. The experience was one in a lifetime, and having them as now friends, even though we did a competition together, it didn't feel that big of a competition because we were also in sync with one another. So that definitely made the journey a whole lot easier. So I'm very grateful for all the support, all the love that was poured into me. And I'm really just really grateful to have this opportunity to represent my country to the best of my ability.
What would you say the rush of feelings was like when you heard your name called as the winner?
Yes, there was initial shock. I started clapping, like it didn't quite register as yet until I saw Mrs. BVI coming towards me and my name being called. And then I said, oh, it's me. It's me. And I really was overwhelmed by the emotions to the point where tears started to fall, and I was just beyond amazed.
She also shared what she is most excited about taking on in the upcoming year of her reign.
Apart from being on an international stage, because I know that comes with a lot of preparation, to which I am mentally prepared for, physically prepared for, I think one of the things that I'm most excited about is using this opportunity and this platform to push issues and help alleviate or fix issues that I think is a big problem in the BVI, which in turn goes into what my platform is, which is mental health awareness. And somehow I'll try to squeeze in things about the environment, because at the end of the day, that is still very important.
Absolutely.
So that is what I'm most excited about, working with persons to bring these issues to life and have them rectified to the best of our abilities.
Foy shared some words of encouragement to young Virgin Islanders on confidence and putting their best foot forward.
I would definitely say, like I've mentioned in our previous interview, to believe in yourself and do not mind the naysayers. Do not mind the negative thinking or the negative thoughts that will come your way, or talks that will come your way. Truly believe in who you are. And once you continue to put your best foot forward and be consistent and show up as your best authentic self, then anything is possible. You'll be able to tap into potential you didn't know you had. And greatness is awaiting you if you just put your mind to it and do it to the best of your ability. So that would be my encouragement.
And viewers, with that, we take you to a quick commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny Boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny Boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, forget you.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
So tonight, I am an international musician and also a bandman. Let's go behind the scenes. This is how I live my life. Unlimited with CCT.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
Looks like Johnny's ex-girlfriend finally found my car.
You've got CG. You're fine. I'll never forget the year those monkeys stole my car. They drove it over a cliff, burned the seats, and carved the words pineapple banana smoothie into all the doors. And that was after they used it for the bank heist. I don't blame them. It's their favorite smoothie, and I refuse to share the recipe.
No deductible for theft, malicious damage, and more. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Recently, the Long Look Full Gospel celebrated its 40th anniversary of service throughout spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ through the Virgin Islands. Ron Grant has more in this report.
Recently, the Long Look Full Gospel in East and Tortola celebrated its 40th anniversary of service through spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ throughout the Virgin Islands. We sat down with old and new students who have witnessed and been blessed by the ministry of two women who simply wanted to share the gospel of Jesus. These are their reflections. 284 Media takes this time to congratulate the Long Look Full Gospel on their remarkable journey.
1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Teacher Janet and Clara Lewis were the first two to start the Long Look Full Gospel Sunday School on Saturday afternoon. She would come around the community in a small little car and gather the students so we can have Sunday school in the afternoon. After that was finished, we would pack up the chairs and restore the little apartment back to its usual state. While present, sometimes on Friday evening, I will go over and help Teacher Janet prepare the snacks for the students for the Saturday. After that was done, we will spend some time speaking, conversating, and reminiscing on the days that gone ahead. When school was finished during the summer, I would accompany her in town to do the shopping for the Sunday school and help her unpack and then prepare the building for the following Saturday where we would congregate. It was a nice time meeting with her, sharing our culture with her culture. Sometimes we would gather, she would teach me how to make donuts, which was a specialty of hers, and she loved Cornish hen stuffed with rice, and I got to love that. It was a pleasure being here with her. After she became ill, I came over and spent nights with her until her passing.
Hi, so I was first introduced to the Long Look Gospel Sunday School one day while my mom was in the supermarket. I was in the car and I was singing some Sunday school songs. And at that time I heard a rap on the window and it was Sister Jan. And she invited me to the Sunday school sessions, which were, as Bernadette said, were on Saturdays between 1 o'clock. And ever since then, I was always captivated by this ministry. Throughout my life, I found that it has taught me a lot of fundamental principles, in addition to helping me foster and grow spiritually as a Christian. It was here I actually had my love for children, and it helped develop and help mold and shape me into the career path that I eventually took on. So I'm a pediatrician, and I always go back to some of the experiences that I've had here that actually shaped me and steered me towards that particular path. So I'm very grateful for this ministry. It has taught me a lot. It has been a significant part in my journey, my spiritual journey, my professional journey, and my overall growth and development. So I'm very grateful, and I wish and would always support this ministry and wish it a very happy 40th anniversary.
I am teacher Winsome Millwood.
Hi, my name is Chiku. Hi, my name is Chance James Pickle. Hi, my name is Kim Faith Rogers.
Hi, my name is Shania Singh. So I've been coming to the Sunday school since I was 6, and it's been an honor and a blessing really to learn about God. And obviously when I entered high school, I became part of the helpers and workers, and it's been amazing to teach the children about God.
I've been coming here for a very long time now, and I feel great about it. I love every time I come Sunday school, I learn more and more about God every week, and I love the activities and spending time with the children. So I love to listen to the Bible stories that we have. I love the TV shows and movies to show what they mean with the word. I love the activities, the food that they serve. I love coming to Sunday school because we can get to learn the Word of God, listen to Bible stories, do fun activities, and meet new friends. I've been coming to Sunday school since I was little, and like Sunday school is like my family now.
I have been working in the Sunday school ministry for over 20 years. I've been working with children. It has been a great milestone in my life. I really enjoy working with the children. Most of my life I've been working with children, and it's a pleasure working with these children. It's a joy each Saturday morning, to come and to work with them.
And viewers, that is all for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram, X, and Threads. I am Jacka Wooding, and I will see you again next week. So have yourself a great, enjoyable weekend. Be safe. Goodbye.